welcome back, I guess. You've rejoined us for a 1-year deal with the club. How does that feel?
Yeah, again, it's good to be kind of back. I think it was always in the pipeline for it to come back. That was the kind of plan over the course of the summer, and it's went on obviously a little bit longer than expected for numerous reasons. But delighted to eventually get it sorted. Yeah.
You were invited back, obviously, to train with us for pre-season with the view to earning that contract. So I guess you must have impressed Gary enough to be offered it.
I think it was one of them. It was a kind of invitation with, that was the plan as such. I can't really say I would have impressed many people at running during pre-season, to be honest with you. But the conversation I had with the manager and the club was always going to be this was the setup. So to finally get it sorted, I'm delighted, to be honest with you.
You joined us last November and made 14 appearances in the club. I think you played 90 minutes in a couple of games that we won, a couple of crucial games as well. So you used your experience last year, and is that something you're looking to do this year?
Yeah, again, I've got such obviously a wealth of experience, especially at this club. I feel extremely old, to be honest with you, but that's what we've kind of been brought in to do. I think the gaffer lent on me a few times last season when we probably needed to pick up a few results, and fortunately enough, that was the case. It was obviously a tough season for everyone again last season, but there was a lot of positives to take, and it's about building on that. Again, if I can kind of use my experience again to make it a successful season, and then I'll do whatever I can, yeah, for sure.
And what do you think we can learn from those tough times we experienced last season?
I think there was obviously negatives, there's positives, as like every club throughout the season. It's about understanding where the negatives were and how do we kind of eradicate that and push forward as a football club. I think that's what the manager and the staff are really good at, is understanding probably where we went wrong at times. Like every other club, it's about recruitment and bringing in the right players at the right time to start the season well and get off to a good start. So that's what the whole pre-season is. Yes, it's to get fit, but it's also to improve and identify where we can get much better. And it's been a good start so far pre-season. We've looked well, and it's about continuing to build each day. And
you're obviously here for the whole season, so you know that now. So how do you see your role over the next season?
I think again, I'm as a player, kind of coaching side of things, this and that, and I think it's just doing what I've done previous. I think I've shown when I've played. I think I've had 2 successful spells at this club. I mean, barring probably a little centre half stint, but when I've kind of played in midfield, the results are kind of there that I've performed and the team have performed. So I think it's just again the same. When the gaffer calls upon me, I'll go, I'll perform, I do what I do, and along that way on a daily basis I can help out in numerous ways. There's a reason why I've been kind of brought to the club again, and I just want to kind of repay obviously the club, the fans, obviously the players that are here now, and just ultimately do what I've done for 18 years. I've got a huge belief in myself. I always have done, and whenever the manager wants to put me in, or from the start, from the bench, whatever it may be, or watching from the side, I'm here to support the team in any way possible.
Do you see yourself as sort of a mentor role to those younger players and those younger midfielders coming through?
I think one thing I'd say is a natural thing I've done. I enjoy helping the kind of younger side of and also seniors of the team, whatever it may be, whatever I can do, and then that's what I'm here to do. We spoke about with Marcus, with the manager. There's all sorts of different roles within what I'll do this year, and but make no mistake, first and foremost, I'm here to sign as a player, and I want to perform. I know I can still perform. It's exactly what I want to do. But whatever, as I say, the role I'm needed at any time, then I'll be up for the role for sure.
We're about to embark on our 4th straight season in League One as well. Do you feel like we're kind of stabilising into becoming a decent League One side?
Yeah, and again, it's about progression. I think it's a tough league this year. It's about progression. We want to kind of take that next step up in the league. We know it's going to be a long, hard season. There's going to be plenty of ups and downs, but it's trying to find a consistency and not go through that spell where we've maybe went on a losing streak, and we've also been on a winning streak. It's trying to find a consistency where there's not so many ups and downs. It's more of a kind of neutral path. So there's numerous reasons for that. Sometimes in your control, sometimes out your control. But it's about finding consistency for sure. And no one wants to take a step back. We want to take a step forward again. I think the club have recruited well, and will continue to recruit well and do the right things behind the scenes to give ourselves the best chance.
You've played at teams at the highest level and all the way down through the pyramid. This club's kind of developed a lot, I think, in the time that you've been with us as well. When you first joined, these facilities we've got here now weren't here, and now we've become a very strong team behind the scenes as well.
Yeah, oh for sure. Like from when I first joined, it's night and day, and not just in terms of facilities, but in terms of the standard, the quality throughout the whole club. On a daily basis, everyone's set a kind of standard, and everyone's kind of continuing to push them standards higher and higher. And I think ultimately that's a huge credit to the manager and the managers and the staff. Like they continue to drive standards every single day, which ultimately, if you're not on board with that as players and as staff members, then you kind of fall behind, you fall off that. So again, it's the same standards have been set so far. And yes, it is testing at times, it's tough at times, but if you want to be successful as a football club, then it's got to be that way. You've got to keep pushing every day, and the manager's the best for that.
Do you feel you still have a lot to offer as a player as well, and you're still learning as well?
Yeah, 100%. I think I've always kind of said I've been quite open. Obviously, I'm 36 years old, and people probably look at times and think, why he's kind of saying this kind of calibre of player and that. But I think like last season, I've shown numerous times, and obviously previously, that there's a huge value for myself to come into the team. I said we kind of lent on me to go in at a tough time. We picked up a few results and stuff. So when I was obviously playing in my natural midfield position, it was kind of there to see. But for sure, I think until I feel myself kind of completely go, and then I'd be the first to say, listen, enough's enough. But I've came back here. I feel really good. I've been at it again. And yeah, I love playing football. I love training every day. I love the vibes of a football club. It's the best part. It always will be. And I think that's what always draws me back. And I think this club's it's grown on me obviously as times went on. Otherwise, I wouldn't kind of push to come back. I think when I left last season, the whole summer was like, right, okay, we'll work our way back to Exeter again, because I've got a real kind of connection with the club just now, and I've really enjoyed my time. But for sure, I want to come back here, play football, and press again, do whatever I can do possible to make a successful season.
Just finally as well, you've got that trip to Manchester to look forward to this weekend. This is a game, but obviously an opportunity for you guys to get together and spend some time together and kind of get you to know the other new faces in the squad.
Yeah, I think it's great. Like pre-season trips are always good, and of course it's a cost for a club, but it's great, especially for new signings, to kind of bond. You're there with each other, kind of 24/7. And you learn a lot about people when you're on these trips. I know it's only a couple of days, but it'll be nice to get away. It'll be good. It's always good fun. Hear a couple of lads singing, have a good bit of banter and stuff, and we'll see. It'll be good fun.